Here on Kiwi.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
And joining me now in the Kiwi studio, star of Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, plus a few other sci-fi classics. It is Kristanna Loken joining me in the Kiwi studio. Good morning, Kristanna.
Good morning.
Welcome to New Zealand.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
You only just got in yesterday. You having a good time so far?
Well, so far it's been catching up on a bit of sleep, but I'm feeling refreshed today, so definitely like to check it out.
First time here?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you're here for Armageddon, which is next weekend. You'll be pretty familiar with these kinds of events, turning up and signing autographs, that kind of thing.
Yes, I've done a few before, but this is the first in the Southern Hemisphere.
Did you actually choose to go into sci-fi? Is that the career path, or did it just kind of happen?
No, I think it kind of chose me. I'm not opposed to being in sci-fi. Neither did I search it out. What I do like about working in the fantasy genre is that you're really free to create the character that you want. There's really no confines based in any kind of reality whatsoever.
Sure.
So, and those sci-fi fans, once you have them, they're going to be fans for life.
They're quite different, aren't they, to any other kind of genre?
Yeah, I think they're definitely very dedicated, which is great for me because it keeps me in a job.
Yeah, which is true. Let's talk about some of your projects and some of what you've done in the past. I guess Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines is probably the biggest thing.
Yes, that was definitely the most kind of worldwide renowned film. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really kind of catapulted you into people's consciousness, I suppose.
It did. Yes, it did.
Did it change your life? Anyway?
It certainly changed my life in various ways. I mean, for me, I think the biggest thing I noticed was the ability to reach people on such a vast level worldwide.
Yeah.
And that's what really spawned me to kind of base myself more in... I started my own production company now called Loken Man Productions, and we're doing more socially aware, humanitarian-based films. Because when I see what an impact we can have as entertainers, I really wanted to do something with a message. So I'm busy working on a film now called Love Orchard.
Yeah.
And it's about the immigration crisis in America. And as we see across the world right now, every country is dealing with immigration. There's been such a ripple effect of worldwide crises that everybody's just kind of fleeing and scattering. So it's something that really needs to be addressed, and we're hoping to do that in Love Orchard.
Is that particularly looking at the South American immigration?
Yeah. Our story is inspired by an actual family. I grew up on an organic fruit farm in upstate New York, and we've had migrant workers from different parts of the Caribbean and Mexico and Central America for many years. And these are hardworking people that just want to make a better life for themselves. And a lot of the people that we have in America that are on welfare and whatnot, they don't want to do the work. So we have to kind of get these migrant workers. So this really highlights a story of this family who has 3 children. The 2 oldest were born in the U.S., so that makes them American citizens. And the youngest was born back on an ill-fated trip to Mexico when their mother was dying. So when they try to come back into the States, the 2.5-year-old faces deportation.
It's funny because, to linking this back into sci-fi often tries to tackle some of these bigger humanitarian issues, don't they?
It's true,
thinking about, say, Battlestar Galactica or something like that, it's often, talking about how we live on Earth, but in the context of space.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that people try to kind of find a resolve in the fantasy world that maybe could cross over into reality.
And so often, though, some of the stuff that is created in sci-fi actually does become real.
I know, scarily enough.
I guess it's because the sci-fi geeks end up, being in positions to be able to recreate and actually make some of these dreams come true.
Absolutely, it's true.
Let's just thinking about Terminator 3, the rise of the machines and whatnot, towards the end of the world. What do you think's going to be the end of the world? What's going to cause it?
Ooh, jeez. I really wouldn't even dare speculate on what I thought would be the end of the world. I really don't know.
Do you think it's going to be climate change or nuclear fallout, or what do you think's going to?
God, with everything that's been happening in the world, I think it'd be probably components of various things.
Do you get sucked into the whole 2012 side of things? No,
I don't.
Don't believe in it?
No.
Conspiracy theories?
No.
Not into it. Good. Well, it sounds like you've got your you obviously got your head straight on a few things. And one thing I've also noticed, because you're talking about these documentaries you're making, one called Darfur. That you did as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was actually a docudrama, all based in actual events. And that was a very interesting experience because we, as the artists, it was unscripted. So we worked from what's called a treatment, like a 30-page treatment, and we created our characters and basically boned up on the Darfur conflict and the genocide that's happening there like journalists would. So when we went into the village that we created, the people in the village were actual Darfuri refugees. So the stories that you hear are their own. And it was very compelling and very heart-wrenching for me as an artist to be so moved by these people that were brave enough to speak out and actually flee their own country. So that was really an amazing experience for me and one that definitely touched my heart.
So now that you have this voice that can be heard through doing sci-fi movies and getting a sort of a public reputation, how do you go about choosing the fights that you will and will not talk about?
I think it's whatever really inspires me the most, and I think that fire is just lit from within, and you get really impassioned about something, and have a stance on it, and have a platform on which to kind of speak your mind and reach out to people. I mean, with the immigration, we really want to show that this is a humanitarian issue more than anything else. I mean, as far as America goes, these are good, hardworking people that just want a better life, and America is a country built on immigrants. So we're really hoping to just kind of raise awareness with whatever it might be, whether it's the genocide in Sudan or immigration.
Do you think about American foreign policy and America's actions, say more recently in Libya and things like that? Is that on your radar? Is that something that you want to tackle at all?
It is, definitely. I mean, I'm a bit of a news junkie. I mean, right now I'm so submerged in this film and immigration and that policy that everything else kind of plays on one of those roller boards in my brain, like on the bottom of a screen. But right now it's just been immigration. Yeah.
Well, you've got to tackle things one at a time, I suppose. And the next thing you have to tackle is Armageddon next weekend.
That's right. Yes.
In Wellington, and you will be there on Saturday, April the 9th, and Sunday, April the 10th, at the TSB Arena in Wellington. You can get your tickets from Ticketek or at the gate, and we have tickets here to give away as well. If you want to go along to Armageddon, you can give us a call 0508 00 Kiwi, or text 3013, or email studio@kiwifm.co.nz, or get on the Facebook page, facebook.com/KiwiFM. Hey, thanks, Kristanna Loken. Thanks so much for coming on in and chatting to us, and good luck with some of those projects. They
Thank
sound
you
really
so
good.
much.